slowly but surely. In the meantime, I'm distorted, so I'll go to sleep in the spring and wake up when this fall starts.
Good evening, Fredonia. You're listening to the Local Lowdown on WCVF 88.9 The Voice and WDVL 89.5 The Inferno. I'm your co-host, Mel, executive producer and promotions lead.
Hello, I am Jordan, and I am your A&R lead and co-host.
Heyo, it's me, Alex, in the booth once again, making sure all the levels are good today, and they're looking pretty good.
Nice. Tonight's show is brought to you by Fredonia Radio Systems, in a group effort to promote and showcase the local music scene here in Fredonia, but also Western New York at large. Welcome to the Local Lowdown.
On this episode, we have our guest for the week, puh-GEEZ, hello, and his
accompanying Wizzledawzrd.
I can't say it. Okay,
I had to
right
take
before. Yes, I appreciate that because right before this, I was struggling to say it. Hi guys. I'm sorry for the rough intro.
Nah, that wasn't rough at all. It was great. You guys are really professional. That was sweet.
Yeah. I was like, don't look at me. I was like, I can't do it.
I took my smile off and everything.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Well, how about you guys introduce yourself? A little intro about you yourselves.
Yeah. So I go by the name of puh-GEEZ, aka Nude, aka Him Hardaway. And
I mean,
yeah. Just call me what you want.
Or don't call him at all.
Or don't call me at all.
I am Wizzledawzrd, WZRD, and we are two members of the group puh-GEEZ.
Yeah.
Two of many, but few.
Yeah. Come on. That's deep. Come on.
Alrighty. So how about you start off by telling us any of the backstory you had on your journey with music? Or a brief intro.
A brief intro. Honestly, music has always just like been in my life. My mom, she was putting me on to a lot of different stuff. Like Jamiroquai, that was big. Q-Tip. She listened to a lot of Sting. I don't really listen to Sting though, but shout out Sting, I guess. But yeah, and then from there, you develop your own taste after a while, and then eventually you get to the point where it's like, hey, I think I want to do this myself. So yeah, and then now
Do
I'm
you
gonna
see any of the inspirations that relate to your sound in specific that stuck?
for sure. Like I think no lie, like Q-Tip is definitely like a big I love Q-Tip. Pharrell, when but I didn't know he was producing all his records. You just see a rapper when you're young and like, oh yep, he does everything.
Yeah.
I mean Pharrell was doing everything actually when I think about it. But, that's what I'm saying though. Like he, paved the way. Like Q-Tip too, like rapper producer, Pharrell rapper producer. Yeah.
Do you remember the first Pharrell song that you really got into?
I remember like when I had a camera, like a video camera, like a tape. And I remember I was recording Can I Have It Like That with him and Gwen Stefani. And I used to just like rewatch it all the time just because like that was like my favorite Pharrell song. Yeah. Back in the day, the clouds was gray.
Shout out Pharrell. The GOAT. And he just got Louis Vuitton director. Come on.
Really?
Crazy, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yes.
great guy.
Continue, yeah.
No, I said I've ever been, I'm just cry, that's it. Yeah.
Is there any particular moment you remember with Q-Tip?
I remember Find a Way. I think that's from the Love Movement or something like that.
I think it is also.
Yeah, I think. Oh, come on, see, you know Q-Tip. Come on,
I've heard of the guy.
Yeah, yeah.
His favorite movie is Prison Song.
Fact.
I
You ever
don't
seen
know if
that?
Never seen it.
Q-Tip, like Mary J. Blige, Fat Joe. It's like a hip hopper.
Yeah.
I have a very limited taste in movies.
Oh,
and
wait.
especially in hip hop movies, which I wish I've seen more of.
I heard you though.
Like I haven't seen Juice.
You just
I haven't
told
seen.
us you're only 22. That movie came out in 2001.
Yo, that's a
Really?
fact. That's a whole fact,
And,
bro.
and I'm even younger than
Yeah,
that.
he's saying you're younger than
That's
me.
a whole
So my
fact,
bad.
bro.
Y'all
Yeah,
definitely probably
yeah.
didn't see Prison Song.
That was definitely that was 2001. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not like the most.
Was born in 2001.
That's so crazy. Like, not like it's a bad thing, but, it's just like, yo.
Nah, it's crazy when you think about what
us
you was doing in
youngins.
2001. Like 2001, we was I remember 9/11.
Yo.
Yeah.
Like I
crazy.
remember being in school, but like I remember.
That's a whole fact. That's nuts. Yeah, time is crazy. Damn.
92 babies.
92.
We was born 92. Yeah.
92. Pisces.
I'm a Leo.
Yeah.
You know what?
We've never really
I know.
had this discussion.
You
on
know
here.
what?
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
You're an Aquarius.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say I
I was
that.
also like that. I was like, what?
She's
I almost had like a moment of like, how do you know? Whoa. Yeah, I'm Aquarius.
Yeah, come on. What are you, Jordan?
I am a Cancer.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay.
Come on.
And Alex is
July.
Is it Taurus?
On my birthday
I'm a
is
Taurus.
July,
Come on.
too.
Come
Thank
on.
you. Thank you. I feel like this was a needed discussion for me.
It
I'm gonna
is.
clip this
It's
out
out
and make it
there
into
now.
a reel or something. This is really cool, actually.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's fire.
Fire.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, I'd like to talk a little bit about your project that you released
Mhm.
early 2023, Brazen.
Yeah.
I find it's really deliberate and well thought out. Some of the themes that I picked up on, at least, is like cycles of life, maybe progression as a person. Would you agree with some of those? Is there an overall meaning?
Yeah, I definitely would agree. I only laugh you say well thought out because like it kind of was and like kind of wasn't. It's just like,
Yeah.
all right, I'm gonna just kind of put this out
Okay.
because like there was a bunch of different things. I was doing these things called digital 45s, and it's just like it's basically just a fancy way of saying the EP.
Yeah.
And then Brazen was the last one, and I was like, I think this is like the best one
Okay.
as far as just like themes and production too. It's very simple, but it's like it just sounds it sounds great, and yeah, it's definitely like progression of life, and yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I found like it had a lot to do with maybe like workflow and just I don't know. I just felt like I really peered into how you make music
Yeah.
while listening to it.
See, now I'm thinking because like it was Infinity. What's the second song? Oh, the second song is Sly, which is kind of like I talk about just like relationships a lot, honestly. You know, because I definitely am like a little bit of a lover boy. But Pisces, you feel Pisces
I
stuff.
wouldn't know.
Yeah, you say you would know?
I said I wouldn't know because I read into your stuff.
Oh, I was like, oh, you must deal with Pisces.
No. We don't mesh well.
Oh yeah, we getting a lot of slander right now.
Yeah. Let's.
Oh boy, let's keep this moving.
Yeah. But yeah, so like Sly is like it's kind of like towards like a woman, but not like anybody in particular. It's just like feelings out, and then Electric Moon is kind of getting those feelings out in a way, you know, and like but understanding that you made the right decision because it was what you thought was right at the time, you know. And then Brazen is just like putting it all together, like, all right, like went through all that and now I'm just like here, so I don't gotta worry about nothing, you know, and just do me essentially, you know.
Nice.
As simply as that sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then as the album ends, it goes to the slowed version, which is kind of like a pattern in the EPs you've been releasing lately. Not exactly chopped and screwed, but definitely taking a little bit from that Houston rap sound.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where does that come from?
Well, we like me and him, like we really just love chopped and screwed music, honestly.
Nice. Yeah.
I definitely spent like a lot of time in the South, like Louisiana growing up. So I do love just like Southern style of like the music and like the way people talk.
Yeah.
And I do remember like hearing like, a lot of chopped and screwed music. And there was a time where we were just like, him in particular, he was just like chopping music, like our favorite songs. Like he was chopping like, y'all know Stereolab?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
He was chopping Stereolab.
Sweet.
Like why? You know what I mean? Like, I don't even got to be chopped. It's like, it makes that song like,
It's already crazy enough.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But
Like he does like vinyl nights where he's just like spinning records,
Oh, cool.
like vinyls and stuff. And in the middle of his set, I'll just go pitch it down, like the whole song, like whatever's playing. It'll be like Bootsy Collins or something. I'll just go pitch it down. I'm like, all right, we need to hear this slowed real quick.
Yeah.
Some things you got to hear slow. It's a whole different vibe.
Because if it sounds good slow, it sounds way better regular.
Fact.
You know what? That is true.
Fact.
I have.
Yeah.
I testify. So you have dropped 3 projects in 2022.
Yeah.
And the one that Jordan just mentioned in 2023.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I wanted to ask a bit more about your creative process and how you keep motivated to want to create more of the projects and all that you're working on.
Well, I'm not even gonna lie. These songs been kind of done for a minute. So, Nude is like my alias essentially, like KNEW''D.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that's what New Concepts 1 was. It was just like I had like a separate SoundCloud, and it was really just me just like liking my own production, but not knowing how to be like, yo, rap on my beats to like other people, because that's what I not really want, but like that's what like I kind of like to hear other people on my beats.
Okay.
And I was like, all right, well, let me just like make a buzz around it, but just make a whole different name, make a whole new, whatever. And then, but they're all fast though, like they're all pitched up, and so yeah, eventually it was just like, all right, take all these down and just like put it as the regular version, just like doctor them up a little bit more. And that's what I was gonna do with all these 3 projects or 4, but it was like, let me just space it out a little bit more and just like slowly feed it, but just like do them every month. So it looks very consistent, and yeah, like they all like have a flow to them, like they all were made not around the same time, but I was in like the same headspace,
I see.
Yeah, so, and it was just fun. It was just like, all right, make the beats and then just put some words to it, and then just like come back to it if I like it, and if not, then just kind of like just keep it going,
Was there like a certain reason that you decided to space them out, or you kind of withheld from actually releasing them?
I think it was like 16 songs, because like there's a couple that aren't out that were already out as nude and were high pitched, but I was just like, those can kind of wait a little bit. And yeah, I think I just wanted people just to digest one and then just like hear like the different vibes, because I feel like if it was all together, it might have like not came off as strong maybe, and I think like spacing them out kind of like allow people to have like their favorite ones, like I think there's actually like 5, but that one only has like 2 songs, and then like the other 2 are slowed, so it's really just like 4 songs.
I think that I like that they're all separate, because it really sheds light on each individual one, and they kind of each get their own promotion.
Yeah,
in a way,
for sure.
I feel like that's also a very common theme that we have here, like on the show when we ask people about their projects. It's like I've had this in the back, like not even back burner, but I've had this in the works for a while. But like, obviously, you want each song or each EP or album or whatever to have its own moment.
Yeah.
And like, obviously, there's thought behind it. So it's interesting to see how people kind of go about like releasing music and how they want their music to be seen. So
it's I definitely feel you. Yeah, good times. Good times. Yeah.
Jordan.
I was about to say something.
Yeah, I felt like you going up and then you winded back down.
Because you said something, I was like, oh, that's a great point. That's what it was. Got it.
What?
It's also like not the time for certain things, like that. I think that played a big part too. Like it just wasn't the time to release that. And I think if I did it as like an album, I would have waited too long, and it just would have been like, I just wanted to stay in people's ears, because especially in this age, like people,
Fast-paced.
People lose interest so fast, but if you're just like in their face about it in a certain way, not like too overwhelming though, So, yeah.
So I want to talk about your 2022 album with a song called Night Faces. There's a particular lyric, and shout out to Ava because she came up with this question, and I relate to it very heavily. That says, "Whatever is made for me ain't no rush. I take my time to get."
Oh, okay.
Why is it? I feel like it's coming to you for the first time. You're like,
oh, that does sound good.
that does sound good.
Wait, say it again.
It says, "Whatever is made for me ain't no rush. I take my time to get."
Word. I think. Nah, because I
It's
think
on a
it.
different song.
I think it's Magic Island. Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
Could have been a different song.
Maybe. But it has me
is your
thinking
line.
like, yeah, it definitely is my line. I'm like, yo, yeah. What was the question about that one?
Well, Ava, the one who came up with the question, she said that line stood out to her a lot, and I can definitely agree. She said, "I like this lyrics because everything that is meant for you comes. Things in life often fall into place in time."
Yeah.
And that is very true. And funny enough, when I was like going through the script, I was like, you know what? I live by this line because sometimes, you don't want to stress about yourself too much. You're just like, whatever is mine is mine. And if it's not, then you only can do so much.
I think that's like, I'm kind of like blown away in a way, just because like, yeah, I mean, art is like you interpret it like your way, you know, and like that's what I kind of want people to do. We were just talking about this like before we left the house, like we don't like we may not say like the craziest of things, but it's like it's our like we're talking our stuff, you know,
Right.
like this is the things that we live by, like it's not fabricated, you know,
Yeah.
and yeah, like you hit it right on the head, like that's kind of what it is. Everything is. You don't got to go out and get something, or that's not for you, or you know, like it'll come to you eventually if you just keep your head down and just focus on whatever it may be. Yeah,
It's also interesting how you guys, you know, talked about obviously this music that you guys create and everything that you guys do come up with. It's personal. It's meant for you, and obviously you want other people to hear it. But it takes on a whole different meaning and like perspective when you hear someone else interpret it for you. You're just like, oh, I didn't think of it that way.
yeah.
But I don't know. That's almost like my favorite part when asking and doing these interviews, because like there's been a couple interviews where, you know, me and Jordan both listened to the song, and we're just like, I had this interpretation, he had a different interpretation, and like when we asked the artist, sometimes there's like a really simple answer, or sometimes there's even more of a complex answer. So it's always interesting to see how like the artist explains how or what the music means to them, what headspace they were in, how it came about. So
I think that's what's so good about our music is very digestible and relatable to all walks of life. You know,
That's
like
true,
it doesn't matter. Like everybody can relate to that saying. You know.
Oh,
that-
definitely, yeah.
You feel me? Yeah, it's definitely relatable and super digestible. I'm glad you guys said that and asked that for real. That
I
just-
was very
yeah.
surprised when you went. You like looked stunned, and I was like, did I say it wrong? I was like, I'll read the line.
I
again,
was
I'm
a little
sorry.
unsure if that was the right song as well. That's why I was kind of.
I can confirm
Oh?
that the song is Magic Island.
Okay.
Oh,
The man
oh.
knows his work.
That was that was a goofy goof on our part.
But nah, but it's cool because like you still knew the lyric though. So like, so that so
I can't
partially-
rap to you, but I know the lyric.
Nah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. For real.
Yeah, so Wizzledawzrd is here
sir.
today.
Yes.
I want to talk a little bit about the group that you guys have. It's been mentioned, puh-GEEZ.
Yes.
How did you guys assemble this group? You guys have been working together for upwards of 7 years? Is that
Like more than like
Probably like
20, so more than 10,
wow?
Yeah, probably more than
like
10.
11-ish.
Take us back to the start, man.
Yeah, explain honestly. I'm curious.
It get dark.
I'm curious.
So we met at Madai College.
Okay.
I don't know if it's going to be any school beef with me naming another.
Where
never,
is that?
never
See,
mention
all right,
it.
cool.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
They don't even know. They don't even
Perfect. I gotta- where is it? But we all met there, and he can probably tell you more of the name origin because I wasn't around for that part. So.
Like, yeah, so it was really like, so Brandon Day, it was B Daylight, and then Demario Rhodes, D Rose, we were like in the same, Brandon was actually like a commuter. He wasn't even, but he was just always there, just wilding out. And then we had, Demario was my suite mate, and then we just started chilling together, and then it became like a thing. And I was like, we should just call ourselves puh-GEEZ. And it was just like our last names, like my last name is puh-GEEZ, Brandon Day, Demario Rhodes. So yeah,
It all makes sense.
just like a dumb name. And I was just like, yeah. And then next thing you know, we got it tatted on us.
Yeah,
you know.
tatted.
Really?
Yeah, I got it on my hand.
Everyone
get that on
did everyone get
camera.
it like in a different place or?
I
Yeah,
got the logo.
Oh,
You got the logo, yeah.
whoa.
and then it's actually like like 3 or 4 people who weren't members, but once you get a tat on you, you automatically
it.
yeah, you
That's
auto-
it.
So if y'all want to get a tat on you automatically. You too, Alex. You automatically a member if you get a tatted.
Yeah.
Automatic.
Let's go.
Yeah.
All right,
We're
I'm
like
gonna
just like it's like we're all like we all rap, make beats, do edit videos. I don't know. It's like with us, like we bring like a living room experience.
Okay.
Like everywhere we go, it's like super comforting. Like
A real collective.
like that's the thing. Like with puh-GEEZ, myself, and our boy B Daylight, like we're like this. Like we're close, but how like we're gonna probably like our topics are gonna be about the same thing, kind of. But you're gonna get it delivered 3 different ways. Like
Yeah.
Like it
Yeah.
shows our individualism.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
Yeah.
but we could still come together and still make that too.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I've always loved that about hip hop groups in particular. I've always found hip hop groups to sometimes be even more relatable than a singular artist because I mean, most people have a friend group, and
yeah.
like it also feels. I guess I feel a little bit more in on a hip hop group because it's rather like looking up at one guy. It's a group of people, and you can almost feel a part of that in some way.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, we all
That's
was
just
like doing it on our own. Like we was doing it separately before we met. So when we met, it was like, oh, it's just like, oh, you like to make music too? Like that wasn't even like the topics when we first was meeting. It was just
Yeah.
being friends. Like,
right, friends.
And then
first.
it came around. Our friend Alan Thomas, he was an RA at Madai.
Yeah.
And he used to always make beats in his room, and we'd just go in his room and chill and all that. And then
He had obnoxious speakers. They was,
Yeah.
like stupid speakers.
Yeah.
Like you
It was
shouldn't have
RA,
this
so it was
Yeah.
okay.
and then it just kept going. We just was around each other every day. Like just kept making music, whether together or not. So
Well, I got a quick question. Just want to interject
Yeah,
real quick
pop in.
because I am a little curious now that we've been talking about it. I do know y'all played at a Christmas show.
Yes,
a couple
let's
months
go.
ago, I believe.
come on, Milky's.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We
I like
the
that
toy
lineup.
drive.
The reason that I knew that is because another artist that we've talked to, Fake Space, also played.
Come on.
Oh
It
yeah.
was the
Yeah.
only
Christian, yeah.
rap
Christian,
group. It was just like
Yeah.
bands, and we were the only like rap group.
Yeah.
So
That was
how
cool.
was that show? How was it?
It was
performing?
fun.
That was
It was amazing.
that was a good one. That was
When I
It's so
Yeah.
cool to see like a crowd you're not used to,
yeah.
but you look in the crowd and everybody's like watching you and heads bobbing like like phones out.
yeah.
And it's like, oh no, yeah, this is cool. We're just here to have
Sweet.
fun.
I love mixed bills.
Yeah, bro.
That's kind of
That's fire.
the best possible scenario for me.
Yeah.
When I saw that lineup, I was at home because we were on break.
Right,
and I
right.
live far. But yeah, that was one I definitely wanted to go to when I saw the lineup.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to be there. I also
was
live
nice.
far, so I was like, no.
I know.
Yeah.
Until they started doing like the mosh pit stuff, and I had to get out of there.
You're like,
It's like roundhouse kicks just coming out of nowhere.
like
Yeah,
solid.
There was a metal
solid.
band in there too.
oh
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wild.
That was so fire.
I was hiding in the back.
Same, honestly, same.
Yeah. And that was also put on
could not
by
survive.
Gulf of Mexico, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
yeah.
we've had BP and the oil spills on too.
Oh,
Blaze
Yeah,
runs that
Blaze.
Blaze.
Yeah.
Come on.
So
Everything is
All
family
interconnected.
event.
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
The Buffalo music scene universe.
It always
is
is.
all
Yeah.
making connections.
It needs to happen more. Those mixed genre shows.
Yeah.
To be
I
honest.
agree.
Yeah. Because like all the
More
energy
crossover.
is very much the same. You know, like punk and hardcore and hip hop, and
That's true.
we all say the same things. We really do, just in a different way.
There you go.
You
What
know.
you just said earlier.
Yeah.
Full circle.
Full circle every time.
Well, I want to talk more about another live show, if not a festival, that was called, and hopefully I'm saying it right, Rotador.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout
Yes.
out Rotadawrd.
Yeah.
1 and 2.
Can you tell us some details about the artist that you selected for the festival and why it was important to you and your band? Your group.
Yeah. So we ran that festival with the group that is no longer 14 Trapdoors. And and then we combined. And yeah, we did the first one in a homie's attic who's also in Wizzledawzrd. His name is Novel, who also a rapper producer. And we did that as like his house. He has like a storefront type of house. And we like cleaned it out. And the first one was like, that was probably one of the coolest things I've ever done. Like,
Gosh,
it
we
was,
almost collapsed the floor, like the floor like a trampoline.
yeah, it was,
Like,
it was really like bouncing.
It was crazy.
On an attic.
It was crazy.
It was nuts. It was actually nuts. But it was like, for me, it hit because like doing all that was like a lot. You know, you stressed out, but you got a team. You know,
Yeah.
so everybody's like doing their part. But for me, it hit when we had inside and outside, but the inside didn't start till like 6 or 7. And then there was like the last act that was going outside, and then like walking in to watch another artist perform was like, it was incredible. It was it was super special. Something super special. And then later on that night, it got too lit, way too lit. Freaked and Mighty, they was like,
wow.
yeah, those are our guys, and they went stupid.
Yeah.
They went
That's a whole
stupid.
bunch.
Shout
of
out to
people.
them. We're trying to get them on
Yeah.
sometime this semester.
Something
maybe
works.
next
Freak the Mighty,
semester.
come up here, man.
Yeah, freak the mighty.
Stop playing, man.
Freak
Come
the
up
mighty,
here,
man.
Y'all know,
Wow, that's it. That
y'all
sounds
know
like-
us. Y'all know us.
That being said, are there any artists that you hope to have on there in the future if you guys plan on having another
Rhoda,
one?
well, I don't think Zed Doors ain't really around no more. So
Yeah.
I mean, if you say
Or Wizzledawzrd Fest.
Rhoda, I mean, we do have.
Yeah.
Should I?
Rhoda
Oh,
Mania?
oh.
Yeah, yep. Go
We
ahead.
got well, last year in the summer we had Wizzlemania.
oh wow,
So that was like an event that we're about to start doing
Oh, okay.
annually. So we got some plans for the one this year. It'll be in July.
It's always when I can't be there.
Yeah, where you live, bro?
I'm from.
What you was about to
This is
say?
always so. This is always so funny.
can I ease you into
Which was-
it? Long Island,
Oh.
Queens.
Red Hook, New York.
Red
Oh,
Hook, come
Dutchess
on.
County,
Nah, Red Hook,
about an
New
hour
York.
south of Albany.
Yeah.
Red Hook.
Wow.
Red Hook. Who did I just see was from Red Hook?
See? There you go.
No way.
Red Hook. No. It's
Small
it's
world.
another Red Hook. It's like a Red Hook in Brooklyn.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, we're talking about Spike Lee.
no,
That's
I
like
know
where,
what
that's
you're
where
talking
Carmelo went.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
You said you're from Queens?
Yeah, I'm from Queens.
You from Southside Jamaica?
No, I'm not. From Sunnyside.
Sunnyside?
Sunnyside. I live. I'm like a lot closer.
You near the Baisley Projects? I watched too much Power.
I was gonna say.
I watched too much Power, my fault.
No, I need you to tell me this afterwards because I'm actually really curious.
Enhancing on the Google map.
Watch, you'll see
I'm
Baisley
curious.
Projects in there. I think 50 Cent owns it now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He said,
not-
"Watch
okay.
Power."
I watched too much, I'm sorry.
No, you gotta tell me this afterwards. I'm curious.
Sunnyside, Queens. Sunnyside.
Queens.
What's that, like 143rd?
No, I'm in the 40s.
Oh, just the 40.
Just 40s. Well, I used to go to school like in 130, so
Word.
Okay.
I'm very familiar with the Jamaica Corona Bayside. That's not Bayside, my bad.
You say you're from Long Island?
Yeah.
That's you got to take like a ferry or something to get there, don't you?
Right?
No. I
We
mean,
drive
like,
an hour, you know?
Yeah.
Long
it's
Island
like-
is not Staten Island.
no.
No.
Oh, okay.
Long Island's the. This is gonna sound really dumb, but it's the Long Island.
Like iced
Yeah.
iced tea.
The end,
Like,
with
it's
Montauk.
like, you know, whenever you see New York and it's got that weird little tail. with
Yeah.
the-
Yeah.
That's Long Island.
Yeah.
Staten
Okay.
Island.
I live like in the middle of it, essentially.
Okay.
Like a
Okay.
little island, Long Island.
Yeah, it's like 8 to
Manhattan,
9 hours from
Queens,
Buffalo.
Long
It's
Island,
Yeah.
Staten Island. Brooklyn's right here, Bronx right there.
Y'all just need to get a summer house out here.
Geography
Honestly?
with the local lowdown.
Yeah, we've missed enough shows to be
Do y'all
like,
travel together and just drop each other off on the way?
we could, but
Just
I,
hop on
I'm
the
a
mic.
little farther from that.
we could pick you up. We've mentioned it, but you know, he's being a meanie, but it's okay.
Dang. That's sweet though.
Nah, that is super cool. Like y'all really like tight.
When was the last time we was in New York? When we stayed in them Hey Arnold looking houses. I think we was in Brooklyn.
I think so, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that for real though. That's what
Yeah,
it. That's
it
what
really was like one house,
Yeah.
12 apartments inside the house. How? How is it 12 apartments?
Like I definitely thought I was
It
walking into my
happens.
house. It was crazy.
Yeah.
It was nuts.
New York City is. I don't want it. Do y'all claim New York City, or you claim like is New York City at all, or is like you claim your separate borough? Like,
Oh, it's hard. It's hard to say. I will say I do not claim Long Island, but I claim everyone, every other borough.
how do you feel about
Let
that?
that
Long
be
Island?
known.
It's an ongoing thing. Okay, I stand my ground. We've had actual fights about this.
I have zero beef with the denizens of New York City, but it appears
Give
that
me-
is not the same the
Give
other
me
way
Bronx,
around.
give me Brooklyn, give me Queens. I don't own Staten Island, but Manhattan, yeah.
See, that's I think Manhattan's the no for me. I normally say New York City, but it's really Manhattan. It's just something's bad gonna happen when I go to New York City. Something bad has to happen.
Don't go to Times Square.
Yeah, in Times Square.
Don't.
You either got
That's a real Buffalo type opinion.
like
is though,
your
bro.
car gonna get
Yeah.
towed. You're gonna get on the wrong train. You're gonna. It's just too much. It's too many people.
Yeah,
It's just,
you just have to go to the right place.
I had to learn to adapt real quick driving
Yeah.
into the city to pick up and drop off mail. So after a couple trips, you get used to it. But
It's like you literally got not like just don't care about your life when you're driving. It's like if you think you need to get over, just go.
Just go.
Honestly?
Yeah.
You can drive
Yeah.
with those like yellow taxis. You can drive anywhere. Because I'm telling you, every time you drive, you're in like
Tell
an
you
inch away
what,
from getting.
the tugboat speeding down the FDR is great.
Tugboat.
Yeah,
That's what it calls his car.
That's the name of my car.
Oh,
the
I'm
tugboat.
like, where they got
I was
tugboat?
like, oh, just gotta take the ferry to
That's
get
that
on
long.
the
I see why she don't like Long Island.
You see that?
It's a tugboat.
You feel me, right?
Yeah, it looks like a tugboat. 1 second, I'll bring it
Oh
up.
man.
Yeah.
But I guess
Hilarious.
going back to the festival and rounding it back up. But you said July.
Oh yeah.
July, something that you guys are working on. You know what? That name I could recognize. You know the Rotadors? Rotadors.
Yeah. Rhoda.
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 See that
Rhoda
Rhoda?
is the thing that stays.
Rhoda. Rhoda guys.
Rod-
Rhoda dogs.
Rodagus.
That's a
That's
tugboat.
his car.
That's a
That's a
tugboat.
tugboat.
Oh, you got the
Lacrosse.
2001 Buick Century.
Come on.
2005 Buick LaCrosse
Oh.
Lighthouse Edition. Lighthouse Edition
Hey.
with the blue canvas top on it.
Hey.
Yeah,
Come
the
on.
That's the
tugboat got a
tugboat.
shout out
Two
this
players.
semester.
You got leather in there?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I got leather.
Yes, sir. Now you got that good leather.
Tugboat.
Wow. Now that we've talked about a multitude
Everything.
of things,
We
a
were
Google
spitting
Map
silly.
adventure.
We were spitting silly for a few minutes there.
learned a lot of things.
We're
yes.
getting to know each other in here. We're getting real
Yeah.
personal.
That's true. That's true.
Absolutely.
Gotta
Well,
love it.
we're about ready to transition to our set list. Take it away, guys.
I can just press play. Oh, we got the reverb. Hey, yeah, hey, oh, local lowdown. This is 5. Hey, yeah, yeah. I'm about to get up with my slimes. Can't nothing break up a divide. When you've been putting in time, everything surely will shine. I feel like I'm one with the light. Can never be one in disguise. Whenever I walk in the room, been bringing a whole different vibe. So I know that they peep my aesthetics. Keeping it low, move steady. Getting that fetty, my fetish. But I'm never ratting for cheddar. They want me to fail as a setter. But luckily I never settle. Breaking me down till I break up. But watch how I keep it together. About to get up with my slimes. Can't nothing break up a divide. When you been putting in time, everything surely will shine. Feel like I'm one with the light. Can never be one in disguise. Whenever I walk in the room, been bringing a whole different yo. So watch what you say to me now. Protected by what is divine. Everything taken in stride. Living my life where it's bright. Not falling victim to pride. Keeping it real while alive. I'm finding my balance with vices. Cause I understand I am the guide. Cause I know down this road it gets cold to reach these goals. But I must go to the unknown. Cause I know there's all these things that I need, I must see, hey, to feel free, oh. So follow me, I'm about to get up with my slimes. Can't nothing break up a divide. When you been putting in time, everything surely will shine. Feel like I'm one with the light. Could never be one in disguise. Whenever I walk in the room, been bringing a whole different vibe. About to get up with my slime. Hey, got my slime with me. Young Wizard the Wizard. Young Wizard the Wizard in the building. Come on. This is crazy. You want me to just keep going, right? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what you want, ayy. Come and mess with me, ayy. I'm what you need. You won't catch me on my knee, nah. Just mess with me, cause this is what you want, and this is what you need. Yo, I've been on my key sweat. Come through and release stress. She ain't keeping secrets. Tell me what you need next. Tell me what you fiend for. Things in a Dior store. Let me take you offshore. Show you what it's like to explore and ignore all this nonsense and have a conscience. Far from all the toxins that be trying to have his boxing. Said I'll only mess with fly, cause this way these beats be knocking. So that's how your beats be knocking. So that's why your A be bopping, huh? Hey, what's popular? There ain't nothing stopping us. Long as we keep moving like this was our only option of the love we got.
I keep this in stock. And me and you just keep it true. We'll make it past the top. I'm on my keep sweat. I'm trying to make this last forever, but I don't be pressed.
No.
Cause I go out and I find better. Look, I am the best. Therefore, no one can get you wetter and you gon' regret. If you go out and you just settle, I'm what you want. Hey, I'm what you need. You won't catch me on my knee. Nah, forgive me. Hey, come and mess with me. Hey, it's what you want and this is what you need. Won't you come and mess with me? Hey, I've been on my Key Sweat. I need Key Sweat on the remix. We gotta tag Key Sweat when you post this.
Make it loud.
Go ahead.
Do we gotta clear that with him? No. All right.
Ain't clearing no samples. Ain't clearing no samples. I do what I want.
Do what I want.
Hey, I'm walking the walk.
Talking the talk.
Let me clear out my conscience. Yeah. Hey, let me clear out my
Had
conscience.
to clear out your.
Hey,
Talk to
listen. I'm high as the Milky Way.
Milky Way.
Lately I've been stuck in outer space. I promise to come back in better shape. And we'll go back together, I lead the way. Only good feelings is what I chase. That kind of resilience messed up my brain. Had to adapt when it come to pain. Cause those tears never matter when in the rain. Let me clear out my conscience. And I gotta retire my mama. Gotta pick it back up where I fall from. Cause America think that they got one. But this ain't ahead of the normal. Bugging out but I make it look gorgeous. Only way to display was so awful. Back it up and I put it in off from. Hey. Wow, I'm high as the Milky Way. Lately I've been stuck in outer space. I promise to come back in better shape. And we'll go back together, I lead the way. Only good feelings is what I chase. That kind of resilience messed up my brain. Had to adapt when it come to pain. Cause those tears never matter when in might have fallen in love. With some help from the drugs. But I know this is real. Help me move in the field. I sit back and I chill. And I take what is deal. Hey, on the road to a mill. Hey, I let go and let live. Hey, yeah, I'm high as the Milky Way. Lately I've been stuck in outer space. I promise to come back in better shape. And we'll go back together, I lead the way. Only good feelings is what I chase. That kind of resilience messed up my brain. Had to adapt when it come to pain. Cause those tears never matter when in the rain. Let me clear out my conscience. Walking the walk, talking the talk, do what I want, hey. As I clear out my conscience, let me clear out my conscience, hey, yeah. Gotta clear out my conscience. Oh, damn. Damn, it's the word we can say. We gotta say it as much as we can, damn. Oh, damn. Sip of the water, sip of the agua. Most these days, yeah. Hey, most these days I'm trying to find a place that we can hide. Provide a vibe that bring us closer to some peace of mind. You looking like the type who likes to sit and watch the fire. Hey, memories will turn to ash as we laugh and cry, yo. Cause when some problems die, there's new ones born. Ain't looking for them, but seems like life will always show us ways that we are mortal. Through different portals we could go, but I can't end up normal against my morals. Yeah, yo, she gave me oral off the aura. I should say don't fall in love, but I tell myself the same. Cause sometimes I can get so sprung since I was young. Oh, that feeling stuck up me, feeling like I was the one. Hey, and if I sunk, I always came back like the sun. Cause most these days I feel so brazen, nothing fazed me. Most these days I feel so brazen, nothing fazed me. Most these days I feel so brazen, nothing fazed me. Most these days I feel so brazen, nothing fazed me. Yeah, we feel so right brazen. There. That was great. That felt good.
Thank you guys so much for that performance. That was awesome.
Yeah.
So
Thank
much
you, thank
energy.
you.
Just went straight through it.
Very
Thank you.
vibey, very vibey.
Too
Appreciate
wet.
it.
Cold. He too cold.
Too cold. Give me a blanket.
He too cold.
Give me a blanket. Feel me?
Well, I'd like to talk a little bit about some recent music videos that you've dropped, puh-GEEZ. One for Mojave, one for Static. How did these pieces come together?
Mojave was really that one was really random. My boy Jetty Kang. Actually he went to UB. He was from Korea and then he went back home.
That's where he went.
Yeah, bro, he back home now, bro.
Shout out Jetty.
Bro, shout out Jetty, man. Like, yo, that dude was working so hard in the summertime because he was like, yeah, I'm going back home at the end of the semester, blah, blah, blah. And I just want to work. He was like, but I just want to work with y'all. I was like, all right, like, cool. So, yeah, we did Night Faces. We did Mojave. He didn't do Static.
Okay.
The homie Mo, A1 Take Productions, he did Static. And that was just like being with some homies. Another friend from Madai, Jacob Condi. Yeah, we went to New York City for his birthday. And then it was like, we're in the city, you might as well just do something. And yeah, that video came out pretty cool, actually. It was really just on a whim, you know, I kind of had an idea, but let's just kind of walk around. And it was a little nerve-wracking because it's still New York City, so people are going to look at you if you're doing something, but it's also New York City, people don't care, you know?
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah. This girl started filming me. It had me kind of excited because it was just like, wow, like, I'm in New York City doing this right now, rapping on the street, rapping in Times Square. Crazy.
Yeah.
It was great.
We noticed that there was a little bit of a theme in terms of the color blue in the video.
Yeah.
Was that purposeful?
Nah, see, that one, not really. Nah, that was
Just an
really
aesthetic.
Yeah, honestly, I think I bought that that sweatsuit like that day because I didn't want to walk in New York City in jeans, you know, and then I had the Crocs that were just happened to be blue, you know, and I was like, all right, yeah, and I think he just like, you know, color corrected to be a little blue. So
I love the shot with the Crocs up on the table. Like it's so clear. Like I don't know what camera was used for that, but I was like, wow, that looks really professional.
Yeah, he did his thing. Shout out Mo.
Shout out Mo.
And shout out Mo. He doing his thing. He definitely doing his thing. A1 Take Productions.
$1.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Was this like a full-on, you know, let's plan, or as you mentioned, was this just like in the moment, we'll get the shots and kind of just like mesh them together?
We definitely knew we wanted to shoot. We didn't know what song just yet. And then he came a little bit after us, like same day, but like a couple hours after we got there. And I was like, bro, we can just do this song because it kind of fit the vibe. And that one is from Product of that that EP. And yeah, like New York City just kind of fits that vibe. Like it's Static is on there, Product of the song Milky Way, and it can function with Wizzle.
Okay.
And yeah, so I knew it was gonna be one of those songs from that, and like Static just fit the aesthetic of New York City, and like it felt good, super fun, people walking around, and like I'm just rapping around all these people. It was great, great time. Yeah.
Well.
It's time for
It's time.
the Long Islander.
It's time.
Oh boy.
We all got nicknames, huh?
We do all have nicknames. We've got
J-Lo.
Lojo, J-Lo.
Lojo.
Lojo.
But
Lojo.
a nickname that I've been dubbed by my colleagues here, right? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm the technical director. I do all the tech stuff, you know, the cameras, you know, lights, sound, etc. But Jordan has thoughtfully dubbed me as the merch gremlin of the
Merch
group.
gremlin.
Merch gremlin.
Merch gremlin.
It is my passion in life to collect as much band merch, as much artist merch as possible. Down in the gold mines digging for merch,
Oh,
right?
Hold on.
Oh,
He got a
Hold
gift?
up.
oh, wait a minute.
Hold up, bruh.
I'm glad y'all just all did that because I ain't got nothing in here.
Ah.
I thought I had a sticker.
See, that's what's fire. We gotta stop coming to interviews with gifts for the people. Cause I ain't gonna lie, y'all did your homework. y'all definitely did your homework. You feel me?
But
crazy.
no, yeah, I'm always looking for merch, and I did my homework as well. I was researching, and you know, maybe I wasn't looking deep enough or something, but I couldn't find anything, unfortunately. Is there anything in the works, in the pipeline? Stickers, you know, maybe some CDs, or like I know you love your vinyl nights. I also love my vinyl in the 45 series. Hear me out.
Come on. Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
Listen, man. You looked and you.
That's
what you did. You did that. You did a good job at looking.
Fact. Hey, let
Like
me know
I
when
said,
you
I
find
thought
something.
I had some stickers. I must have gave them all away.
I still got a couple stickers at the house. We had headbands because we put out this project, Art is Exhausting.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's an older one, right?
Yeah, 2016.
Yeah.
And we had 2007?
Because I dropped Fly.
2017?
Yeah, I dropped
Whoa, whoa,
Fly.
whoa.
We dropped-
I'm guessing 2018.
No.
I'm putting my name, and I'm guessing 2018.
Because Fly Tunes and Perception came out 2017.
It definitely did. So it was 2016. 18.
Yeah, because Fly
18,
Tunes was the first one
18.
to come out.
2018.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2018. Yep, 2018. Yep, that sounds right.
All right.
That sounds
All
right.
right.
Yeah.
I won't even check.
Oh, he's about to
I was
check.
Let's
checking.
go.
Yeah.
Well, that's what's tough because I think like we took it down and then I re-uploaded it.
Oh.
So it probably says 2022, but it's really 2018. That sounds right. But we had headbands for that, black and white ones.
That sounds cool.
We
They-
do
Actually,
have
that's
things in the work, though.
Yeah.
We got some
Headphones.
stuff in the work. We really
Nice.
do.
Mm-hmm.
Anything
Yeah.
you can drop any hints towards or something, or is it all
Yeah.
under secret?
Like so I do a little bit of sewing, and there was a time
We
where
made these pants he's wearing.
I made
Oh,
these
wow.
pants. Yeah, I made these.
Wow.
Yeah, and like we used to have shirts, like basic T-shirts, and I was going to thrift stores and I was thrifting. Like you just gotta do what you can with what you got.
Right.
And I was getting like pocket tees, and I was sewing like this. We have like a roadies, like this font right here, and it was a like a little tag, and I was sewing it on the pocket. We did have shirts, and I was sewing the roadies tag on the sleeve.
Nice.
So more things like that. I definitely want to get into some screen printing, embroidery, because that just lasts longer. But yeah, it's a lot of good things. We wanted to do hats like beanies, but them joints came out like a little too small, and it's almost about to be like summer, spring. So
Yeah.
but
Got to be seasonal with that.
Yeah.
we learned that. We also made beanies.
We made some local lowdown beanies.
y'all still got some?
I
Actually
think
just
I-
sold
Did
out,
we
right?
sew it last
I'll have to
August?
check. We might have one laying around somewhere.
But we got it off of, was it imprint?
For imprint.
For imprint.
Oh,
We
okay.
really liked 4imprint, so
Foreign print?
sponsor us
4imprint.
4imprint. But
Yeah, sponsor them.
But honestly, it's really interesting to see because every time I hear about embroidery, it's always like yes, I want it to be a thing. But obviously, to not even mass produce, but to make like a quantitative amount to sell or to give out, it takes time. I can't even
Yeah.
imagine. I look at it and I'm like, that must take a lot of time and effort. But I always like wondered if anyone like did embroidery like for not even for fun, but like as
Yeah.
something that they would be willing to sell. But I love that idea. You should
Yeah,
learn how to
I
embroider.
think doesn't Christian from Fake Space do embroidery?
I'm not sure.
Not sure.
Fake Space
No,
getting
he
a
made-
lot of shout outs today.
That is true.
He made his little
was thinking,
hat.
yeah,
He did it. I'm not sure if he
yeah.
embroidered or if he put it
Oh,
out.
you're right. Yeah.
I feel like he's got a company. We'll
The
have to look
Thread
into
Force.
that. Yeah, Thread Force.
Yeah.
Oh, there you
Yeah,
go. Okay,
yeah.
I'll look into that. But,
No, embroidery is the way to go. It's sweet.
I have a question though.
Yes.
At least when it comes to, not even a question, but I will say, I think you guys have no merch for this.
Goblin Man.
Goblin Man.
For the gremlin.
I feel like you guys made him very happy with like answering and being like, yes, I'm down for like the vinyl. I will say, last week in particular, was it the first time we got like someone hoping to do vinyl? Was it? No?
Yes, Mimic is hoping to make a vinyl. Putting it out there.
Yeah,
Sorry,
okay.
guys.
But I think the week before, we had like our first
Oh my
guest
gosh,
being like,
that was really funny.
it was funny because Alex has really gotten into like cassettes, and they are coming back. They're a lot easier to make
Right.
and even to decorate or whatnot.
Right.
And the artist we had on, she like gave us face. She went,
She said cassette.
Yeah, I was like, what about like a Grace Green and cassette? She said cassette. I don't think so. It was really
She got like
she was
he
so
got a
nice
note.
to interview the whole time. Like literally
The
one of the nicest
merch
people.
gremlin came out of the gold mine.
That's funny.
Dang, cassette.
but like you
Cassette.
guys mentioned vinyl and made me
Yeah.
very happy.
Cassette is fire though because, like you said, it is very easy to make. I just found that out a couple weeks ago. That it's really just
We have our own cassettes.
Yeah, we
Oh,
we
yeah?
This guy
make
makes
local lowdown
cassettes.
Come
cassettes.
on.
fire.
Yeah.
I'll show you after the show.
I
Yeah.
recorded some of my first raps on a cassette.
Really
Yeah, man.
nice.
You remember
Yeah.
that first rap?
Yeah.
Oh, let's see
Well,
what
I
we
remember
got.
one of the first ones. No, I probably don't remember. It was like, I'm hot and spicy. But all right, so before I say this, I was obviously like 7 or 6. Like I was a little kid. Like,
Well, okay.
I was hot and spicy. What'd I say? I'm hot and spicy, but I want to be cold and icy. You nicey? No. I want to be cold and icy. I'm nicey. I stole your wifey.
Damn.
Oh.
You lucky I left my jewelry in the jacuzzi. And I don't remember nothing else after
That boy was too cold.
I didn't see the
of that.
jacuzzi coming at
Yeah.
all.
Too, I was
Yeah, crazy.
Crazy.
Didn't see it taking it.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Come on. Had none of that in that rap. Nothing at all.
I want
Come
that on a cassette.
might be the-
7-year-old? Heck yeah.
I had to rap it for my mom and all her friends
Oh,
and
man.
For real?
Well,
stuff. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. Well, I didn't have to, but I chose to.
Yeah.
that's true. Well, you did mention earlier about more projects and a possible festival that you guys wanted to put on in July. But that begs the question, is there any upcoming releases and or shows that we should be looking out for in the future that is not next week or this week?
Yeah.
That is at least more than a week away.
Right.
Yes.
You'll know when we know that. We'll let y'all know. Like, 'cause as
Nah.
far as shows and stuff.
Yeah, shows is like, we don't really got nothing coming up too soon, but we're definitely going to put out a collective project, like a Wizzledawzrd
Ooh.
project. Yeah,
Okay.
Sweet.
it's time for that.
Yeah, that's in the words.
It's definitely time. So definitely got some big plans for that. That'll be cool. Other than that,
It's just like, my bad. Go.
now you good.
I was gonna say like it could be so random. Like we could literally leave here and be like, you know what? Let's go do something right now and come up with a couple songs. Yeah, let's drop something. Like
Yeah.
so it could be at
That's
any
true,
moment. Like you just gotta keep watching. Like it could be at any moment. Like
I know
think-
for sure I want to do videos, like more videos,
Yeah,
more
that's a
visuals.
fact.
More
Yeah,
visuals, okay.
for sure.
That's
like
a whole fact.
simple things too. They don't gotta be crazy. Yeah,
yeah, definitely need more visuals out there.
yeah.
We'll definitely be on the lookout for that. Honestly, I was still stuck on the merch idea, so I was just like, "Ooh, I'm excited." Okay.
We let them down.
No. I think if anything, it gives us more of a reason to like look out for new projects and stuff like that. Especially how in depth we went with like certain questions and meaning and whatnot. So I think it's another reason for us to look out for
Do you,
music like that.
Alex? Do you know where to get vinyl? Like a personal one made?
Like where to get it pressed?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a few different companies out there doing it, like Brooklyn Vegan, stuff like
Word.
that. The thing with it right now is that it's just so backed up
Facts.
that you just gotta
Need to
kind of
see
like
it.
check with
Watch it.
everyone.
Yeah.
It's like
Mhm.
back in now. You know everybody's going crazy.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of Buffalo bands have been going down to Brooklyn
Word.
to do some least of all recordings where they essentially where they open up a pre-order window and you order a song and essentially they get all the pre-orders, you go down to least of all and they cut an individualized song, like an individualized record for each song.
Fire.
So like say like 3 people, want this song and like 5 people want that song, they'll do 3 recordings of the song and then 5 recordings of the song and each record's personalized.
Wow.
I have one from Real Fake Flowers and I'm still waiting on Johnny and the Man Kids to
Yeah.
come in.
Is it a
been a
45 or is it?
Yeah,
12
it's a 45.
Word.
It's a lathe cut, so it's like a clear record.
Fire.
They're pretty cool. They're lo-fi though, so you gotta make sure you watch out for that. I was a bit I was a bit surprised when I came in. I was like, this is like it's jivey, but it wasn't what I was expecting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you just kind of gotta watch out for it. But if you're looking for like a lo-fi effect, it's pretty cool.
That's sweet. That's sweet. Didn't know that.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Well, I think if you guys have anything else, go for it.
I was just gonna say I don't have. It's not merch per se.
Yeah.
But I can share a playlist with you guys with our projects that we dropped in.
Oh, please,
November.
yeah.
Yeah.
We puh-GEEZ, myself, and B Daylight dropped 3 separate projects in November. So
Oh, wow.
I can just share that with y'all.
definitely. Yeah.
y'all,
Promote that.
listening ears.
Put that in like the link or something.
Yeah, I'll put it down in the description.
I'll also put a QR code right there.
Hey.
And it's right
Oh,
there.
look
There
at
you go.
that.
I was gonna say something, but I was like, what if I?
I'm not
What if
gonna
you're?
put that on him. No.
Yeah, I was like, he'll decide amongst himself. But I guess are you about to say something?
Nah.
He was
Oh,
about
okay,
to
you
say
went.
nothing.
Okay. I do. I'm like, every time I'm trying to wrap up, I'm like, okay, I like him doing this to me.
You got it.
But again, thank you guys so much for coming on. I feel like this was very interesting because I think, no way, I'm choosing the wrong words.
Nah.
It's my birthday.
Fascinating. We are recording on Mel's birthday.
I'm sorry.
The dedication.
All right.
Dedication.
That's our work right
Dedication.
But again, I'm always interested to see how artists kind of come full circle with their music, and based on like the live set, I was like, okay, this gives me a lot more of a clear perspective of the questions I want to ask or like emphasize on. So, but thank you guys again for coming on. It's again been a real pleasure.
Yes.
And
Thank
super
y'all.
excited for you guys and what you guys have to come out. So, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, for real.
Of course.
All
And shout
y'all.
out to everyone who you mentioned. We'll keep track.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shout out everybody.
Shout out everybody. Shout out the world.
Shout out the world.
Shout out the world.
Shout out all the love.
On that note, thanks for tuning in to the Local Lowdown on 88.9 WCVF The Voice and 89.5 WDVL The Inferno. We'll be back next week with some more hot and spicy local music.
Nice.
Oh, dear.
Bow.
Same time, same
place.
Most these days I'm trying to find a place that we can hide. Provide a vibe that brings us closer to some peace of mind. You looking like the type who likes to sit and watch the fire. Enjoy memories will turn to ash as we laugh and cry. Cause when some problems die, there's new ones born. Ain't looking for what seems like life will always show us ways that we are mortal. Through different portals we could go, but I can't end up normal. Against my morals, yeah. She gave me oral off the aura. I should say don't fall in love, but I tell myself the same. Cause sometimes I can get so sprung since I was young. That feeling stuck on me, feel like I was the one. And if I sunk, I